Hi Beth, hey, I just thought I would shoot this quick video, and we've run into our first little snafu here, but I think it's fixable as long as we catch it before the end of today. So let me first start off by showing you what I've done with the syllabus. I think we've got this looks really looking good here. I think with the course, I think we've got a nice balance in there, good academic rigor, and kind of tell you where I'm thinking. And I do apologize. I know we're kind of limited on time, so I'm kind of just throwing some things at you in this course, but we can tweak it up later. So we kind of don't have a lot of time to really massage things, so that's kind of why I put some extra assignments in here. But let me go ahead and show you what I've done. And everything's looking pretty good with the syllabus. We got the great job on adding those add drop dates. Looks perfect. We've got the course objectives dropped in there. Course description, everything looks great on that. Grades, and this is where where I changed some things up. So we like to do all of our HCA courses out of 1,000 points, and that also gives you some wiggle room to do some things. Just mathematically, we could have either 10 points in the course or 10,000. Doesn't really make a difference because we could just use decimal points on there. But this just makes it a little bit easier for students to calculate their final grades. That's the hope, that they can be able to calculate their grades. So 1,000 is a nice base we like to use. So with that, and I know you mentioned in one of the emails about adjusting some quizzes or adjusting a midterm and final. You can do whatever you want. Add as many questions, have 20 questions, 30 questions, math questions, multiple choice, short answer, whatever, and then you can just proportionally adjust the value of those questions to fit the value of the assessment. So here's a good flow of the class. So we've got the 4 discussion boards that you confirmed back with me. I've taken those to, I don't remember what you initially had, but I took those to 25 points. That makes a nice 100 for that. We've got the 4 quizzes in there. I like the way those quizzes are balanced out throughout the course. We're going to pop those at 50 points apiece. That'll bring 200. Again, you can have as many questions as you like in there, and we can just adjust the point value of those questions. You do probably want to be consistent, though, on the number approximately. I mean, I try to make it exact, 25 questions or 50 questions. Don't have a lot of variation. Don't have a quiz with 10 questions and then have a quiz with 50 questions, because they'll just get all freaked out. So pick your number. Maybe it's 20, maybe 25 questions. I think that's fair. 10 might be a little light unless you're doing a lot of short answer, short essay kind of stuff. So, but if we are sticking to the CPHQ and trying to stick to their format, which I believe is multiple choice, so they're try to stick to that format with those quizzes. All right, so we got 50 points apiece on the quizzes. Knowledge summaries. That's the thing that I stuck in on you, because just to really, that's kind of my go-to assignment. It will kick up the rigor of the course. Plus, it will do this. It will, and you can tell them this. Tell them this is, when you're talking to them, through post or emails or whatnot to the group. The knowledge summaries are going to help you prepare for the quizzes. They're also, at the end of this course, you're going to have, let's see, you're going to have a 24-page outline that will help you prepare for the CPHQ exam. So that's really that's another secret, or not so secret, intent of this. They're actually creating a study outline for the exam, should they choose to take it. And of course, we want to encourage them. We're going to be very excited if we get a handful of people that are come through and actually take it. So we do want, and there will be, I guess, with a class this large, you're going to have some people that will take it, and we're going to want to track those individuals, and so have them, as you're talking to them, as a group, in your maybe weekly video blogs, and promoting that certification exam, have them circle back with you and let say, hey guys, if any of you are going to take this CPHQ exam, I want to know how that went for you. Please, please, please let me know. Email me back. Let me know how you did on that exam. This is very important for us. So when you get back, and hopefully you get some passes on that, then we're going to make a big deal about that. The first cohort of a group of individuals, 2, 3, 4, 5, that have passed the CPHQ. That's going to be huge. So we're going to try to capture that information. They're not required to report that back to us because it's not embedded. It's not a requirement of this course. But we do want to gather that information, because it's good stuff to know, and we want to toot our own horn as we produce some of these people out of this class, and I'm sure there will be, again, some people who are appropriate for that. All right, so there's that knowledge summary. This is also a very easy grade for you to grade it. It's an easy grading assignment. Well, let's just jump down here. The knowledge summary, all it really is, it's a 3-page outline, bullet pointed stuff. I mean, literally, how long would that take? Maybe an hour, maybe 90 minutes. As you're reading, you're making notes, you're typing. Very easy for them to do. So, and stress for them that it's an outline. Give me an outline format. I want 3 pages. 12 point, Times New Roman, 1-inch margins. That's pretty easy assignment. But it does give a little level of rigor to the class too. It also ensures that they're watching your videos and that they're reading the Q Solution books, or at least they're making attempt at reading it, because they got to produce the outline. Now, grading it will be pretty easy. What I would do, and I'm going to be helping you with this course. I know you got a lot of students in here, so maybe this is something I grade for you. We can talk about it, but really want to look. What did they submit? Check. Okay. Did they give me 3 pages? Check. Do the pages at least correlate with the material? Check. Full points, move on. So that's what I would do. I'm not going to get into a lot of depth or analysis about what they've summarized. Just not enough time, and just kind of covering those 3 bases is enough to warrant them getting the 25 points for that assignment. So there you go. Knowledge summary, easy grade, also good rigor for them, also produces a meaningful thing, a product that they can use down the road for the CPHQ exam, for their midterms, for their finals, for their quizzes. Works all the way around. Now also check this out too. If you look up here with these 500 points, that's kind of like the low-hanging fruit of the class. As I always tell students, look, there's stuff you do in this class that you just do it, you do reasonably well, you're going to have a nice base in this course. So we have a kind of a nice base of this course distributed throughout the entire thing, 500 points. So that looks good there. All right, so we got that. We got the quality project. You're going to need to define that a little bit better. They're going to get edgy about this, and they want to know exactly what that is, what they're looking. I put that narrative that you gave me and just dropped it in here, but they're going to want to know exactly what this thing looks like. Is it a paper? Is it a fishbone diagram? Is it all of the above? You're going to need to let them know about that and your expectations of what that would look like. Now, I'm going to toss something in here on that with the discussions. I think is going to be pretty cool and make it easier for you too. So, but I'll talk about that in just a second. But do try to get that, really the parameters of that quality project defined. The other thing I stuck in here on you was the progress journal. So I removed the journaling the reflection assignment and stuck in a progress journal. The progress journal is a requirement for all of our HCA courses. I just have it in there. It serves 2 functions, really. 1, helps you connect with students, and 2, helps us to catch students that are at risk for a multitude of things. At risk for a multitude. 80% academic, 20% psychosocial. So you might get some situations in your class, and this will happen to you if you teach long enough for us. You're going to have someone with some sort of major life event happening. Domestic violence, suicidal thoughts, homelessness. One of these things is going to happen in the course at some point. And you might find that through these progress journals. If at any time you have any student who you detect is in distress, contact me and we'll work through that. Immediately contact me, text message me, we'll work through that. We've got a whole bunch of resources. Even for a student living in Nebraska, we can try to get local community resources involved for them. Now, as I said, most of your students, though, will be academic issues that you'll define. We have resources for that as well to help them. But it's kind of the other ones, too, that you'll be surprised about. That a lot of instructors, when they come into this, they really don't realize that you're actually a little bit of a social worker, too, in the course. So please keep looking out for that, and that progress journal will help you detect that. I've got that progress journal stuck in week 3, so hopefully we can catch anything, especially the academic stuff, we can catch it, bring them some help. Because if we catch it in week 5, even week 4, at that point, it's almost too late because so much of the course has gone by. So the progress journal is in there, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as that assignment comes up again in week 3. And I did leave it in week 8 because I think you want to get some summative information. You can ask whatever you want in week 8 about the in the progress journal for them to report back on. Week 3, though, when we do that progress journal, we really are going to hone in on, there are going to be some questions, how are you doing? How are you doing in this course? How are you doing in your other courses? Those kind of questions will be in that week 3 progress journal. Midterm exam, same normal. I did adjust the point value on that, took it to 100, just trying to massage things a little bit and balance them so we could get to 1,000. And then the final exam being twice as much as the midterm. So I think that looks like a nice balance with the course. That quality project coming in at 150, that looks good too as far as rigor and the value of that quality project in this. Just a general rule of thumb, anything at the baccalaureate level, we do not like anything above 20% of the value of the course on a single assessment, a single one-time assessment. So this looks good. We're right at 20. When it gets to 25, that's a little risky. I mean, you could have someone who have a bad day or argument with their spouse or something, and they blow a particular assessment, a single one-time event, and it really, really impacts them. So I think 20% is really the sweet spot on the final exam. On the quality project, we may not want to do this now, but in the future, you could have an assignment worth 300 points or 30% of the whole course. But if you break it up into checkpoints, so let's say 50 points for topic selection, okay, or I'm making this up, 20 points for topic selection, 50 points for annotated bibliography, 50 points for outline, and then 100 points for the final project. So you kind of dole out the points. That's absolutely fair, where the total points can come into at 300. But a single one-time event, one-time grade, we do try to keep it at about 20% or lower. Okay, and we've got that right now with the structure. It looks really good. All right, so we've got, I've talked about the knowledge summaries that I've stuck in here. I think that's going to be good. The quality project, the discussions. Okay, that was the one thing I wanted to talk about. We've left the discussions in there. So you got 4 discussions. I left them plugged in. Pretty much the spots that you have. I think we had one in 1, 2, and 3. Modules 1, 2, and 3. What I think we should do is stick a discussion in Module 7, okay? And that discussion, so that'll be the 4 discussions that we have. That discussion will be a peer review of the quality project, okay? So you can tell the students this, hey, you're going to turn in this quality project. I'm going to grade it, and the rest of the class is going to see it. That changes them mentally. Oh my God, you mean everybody else is going to see it too? They tend to do higher quality work when they know their peers are going to look at it, believe it or not, versus you. So you can actually attach you're going to attach your 150 points to the to that, and then they're going to have a discussion, and we'll be able to post these. These quality projects, and their peers will have a discussion assignment about that quality project. So imagine this, maybe pick I don't know, whatever, 2 or 3 quality projects and respond back to them. Hey, Mary, your quality project was great. I like the approach you took, but did you consider this, and this? I really found this part really good. But your spelling and grammatical errors made the paper very hard to read. I don't know, something like that. So I think we're going to toss that back out. That does put a little bit more oomph into it when they know it's going to be a peer-reviewed piece. So I think we'll use that final discussion for their peers to comment on that quality project. So that's cool too. So everybody's going to see quality projects, 40 quality projects all over the spectrum of healthcare. And they're not going to read all of them, of course, but they'll be able to pick and choose maybe ones that are interesting to them. So there we go. We're going to leverage that quality project, and hopefully you'll get better quality out of that quality project with that little bit of peer pressure there. So there we go. So there's that. All right, so there's that with the syllabus. There is one. So I left everything as far as with the course schedule. I've simplified this. So take a look at. You don't have to put all the details in here about what you're doing. You can just kind of leave it like that. The details will be in the module, so you can stick them in there. All right, so that's I've done the 1 through 4, and then we've left the 5 through 8 kind of blank. So, but take a look at this, and we will want to get this filled out as soon as possible. And you let the students know, if they even read the syllabus, but let them know that modules 1 through 4 are all set, but we're making some tweaks on 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we'll republish the syllabus later on, and you can email it out. They're usually cool with it as long as you don't do any. They hate short time switches that they don't know about. So, which we don't have. I mean, we got a whole month pretty much established. So, I think we're good there, and we've established the big due dates of stuff. Like the quality project due in Module 6. With that quality project, though, you will want to push out really. I mean, we can early Module 2. Get the whole thing fleshed out, because they got to bust on this. They really got to start working on it, hopefully, in Module 2. Because, that's what you can tell them, too. There are some light modules in here, but you tell them, hey, light module, you need to be working on that quality project. So that's hopefully what they're doing. Because they got it due in 6, which is, pretty quick. And then we'll do the peer, he's down here, the peer project peer review discussion in Module 7. I love that. All right, so there we go. There's that. All right, take a look at this. If you don't have any major comments on the syllabus, I will go ahead and publish, and we'll stick this in there now, tonight, Sunday, and then we'll take it back down and republish the fully updated one down the road. Okay, so we got that. We do have a little problem. Here is our problem. I went into the module this morning, or the class this morning, and this is my fault. As I was building the class, I was dropping in a module, or a sub-module, okay, of reading presentations, and it was linked to all the other modules. So when I popped in there this morning and looked at Module 1, I popped up the readings and presentations, and I was like, oh my God, where's the near miss video? Where's all the other videos? They were gone, because it looks like you're in there editing. You edited Module 4, and it changed the readings and presentations all across the board. They're all gone. So if you can, this afternoon, this early evening, if you could, I've changed it now to have it fixed, so they will not, change all across the board. They will not. They'll stay the same. They'll stay what you want it. But right now, if you look at Module 1, readings and presentations, it is blank. But what was in there this morning, again, not your fault, it was my fault on how I built it. Learning, new LMS, this was in there, the Module 4, which you must have edited this morning or last night. So that's still fine and dandy, but we have to go back in and replicate what you had back in there for Module 1 in there. So drop that in there, and we'll get that part fixed up. So, all right, so there's that. If worst case scenario, if you could just give me the links to those videos. I think there was the near miss video, and I think you had 2 lecture videos. That would be great. Or if you do have that material somewhere that you can just copy and paste back in here, that would be great. I don't, so that's the only problem. Other than that, Module 1 is ready to go. So we'll reconnect on that. I gotta take my kids to Cedar Point today, so we'll be there. We're going to the water park, but I'll be back by 5 o'clock-ish. So later on this evening, I'll go back in, and we'll, if you need any help tweaking up Module 1, I will tweak it up. But if you could just address if at all possible, address those readings and presentations for Module 1, then we're all set to go. The other modules have been locked and they can't get into them. I also updated the navigation. Whoops, you can't see the navigation. Let me scooch this over. I updated the navigation on this side to remove the things that we really don't need. Anything grayed out, students will not see. We see it, but they won't see it. They'll see just the darker items in here. So I kind of remove the stuff that we don't use, which I'll show you how to do all the editing stuff later as I'm really kind of learning. Of course, I made my first big mistake with the modules by having the readings and presentations cross-linked in the background. That caused a little issue, but easy fix. Shouldn't take more than about 15 minutes or so to update the information that was in there. I think with those 3 videos for Module 1. All right, that concludes everything. So we're looking good. If you have any questions, again, just text me or email me. The best way, again, you're going to have some stuff come up over the next 8 weeks. Absolutely, stuff is going to come up with students, with the class, with Canvas. Something's going to come up. Best way to get a hold of me is through text message. So please do not be bashful in doing that. And I know that all of our faculty in the HCA program, they work their day jobs and they do their teaching at night and on the weekends. So that's absolutely appropriate. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't text them. Text me nights and weekends. If I'm with the kids driving or asleep, obviously I won't get back to you right away, but I'll get back to you as quickly as possible through text message. I get about 120 emails a day. I mean, seriously. So I actually triage. I can't read all my emails. So I usually look for students, instructors, supervisors, direct reports first, and everything kind of goes last. So, but the best way for you to get a hold of me when you're up and active in a course, over the next 8 weeks is text message. So my number is area code 419-344-7919. Again, 419-344-7919. Text me anytime, evenings, weekends. All right, there we go. Thanks, Beth. This course is looking great. I'm excited about it, and we'll talk more about how we might use this course in the future. But things are looking solid for module 1. That's all we need. Thanks. Bye.